I'm currently have the camera pointed north at the intersection of FM 646, and I'm sitting here on Highway 3. I want to point out it's a pretty busy road, and League City has over 100,000 people that live in it. Dickinson has 25,000, and this is where the two cities come together. So this is League City on the north, and we'll be turning in toward Dickinson. I will say here when I start out that Chevron station would be a great place to put some kind of sign off this road to draw people down this way, but most people know that the fireworks are down this particular road. So it's kind of common knowledge that that's where we're going to be going. So as you turn right back down this way, coming into Dickinson, the city limits actually end right here for League City. So what you're seeing right here is actually option number 1. This is 18th Street on Highway 3. This is where the unincorporated begins. That would be rather hard to use. As you can see, it's just a little bit of a yard on the side and a not so attractive house. As you come back down this way, the next one is a business and a house. Anything we'd try to do, I'm afraid the stand would be hidden. And what closes off this first block is another house. Option number 3. And the options I'm really considering is option number 4, which we're seeing right here at the corner of 19th and Highway 3. What this is a 150 by 85 foot section that's sitting right here. This is the north side. So this is the closest section we have on the north. And it wouldn't be too hard to do it. You would have to have some kind of drainage right here and go over it. It's not a very deep ditch, so it wouldn't be necessarily too hard to just have it. You don't have a curb cut, if you notice. And the owner that owns the whole 2 sections right here, he does not want to sell the furthest one down, as that's where his mother lives at. But he's looking at this particular section. It's about 2.5 of the houses. So somewhere between those 2 houses is where the actual property ends on the first section. It's about 150 feet, and this direction is about 85 feet. I feel like it's plenty of room to put in a couple stands here in a nice parking lot. That biggest tree would have to stay. That's just too much to cut down. But there's about 7 trees here to cut down. It would require having a little bit of a drainage pipe putting in here on the front, but since it's not a curb cut, that would be pretty easy to have a complete drive all the way up into this section. Pretty easy, I think. So as we're coming down this way, that's option 5. As we get back and look, that section there be hard to use because in the back you actually have a diesel containment section and tank. As you're looking over here, it's mostly houses. Right here by this orange house is actually where you have a competition that actually goes right here. Another fireworks stand went there during the season. A little blank, lots more like I think they've been leaving stuff here. These next sections you don't really have an opportunity as we're getting back because you're kind of small businesses all up and down it and houses. And again, I'm trying to do 2 stands. As you look right here, I mean, you have places you could put in a stand, but it would be definitely seasonal. The fireworks for this particular section are all leaning here toward the Dickinson area. And we'll be picking up a few more of those. There was one back there that we'd see. As we get up here past this little car lot, they've converted a little building here. As you can see up here on the front, that's what they've got set up as a firework location. Right there. Not very attractive, but you know, it is what it is. I guess it works for them. They've got that whole section. You've got some businesses here. This is a complete 12-block run, and this is all that's unincorporated. And everything else is pretty much sit right down here toward this end. But these sections are, again, you've got places that you could slip one in, but again, we're coming to the wrong side of this particular area. So as you come down here, you see a permanent stand. They're year-round. That one's year-round. And then as I make this particular turn here, this is where the brunt of the competition is at. during the season, I came over here with my wife and we took some pictures of this area, and it was a lot of people down here. So my thought is most people have been trained right this section to drive past everybody else, and they've been coming to this mom and pop section sitting right here. This mom and pop has some pretty good business in here, and they've got like a smaller, but they've got like the 3 stands set up in here permanently. And this is the competition. But these guys had like 20 or 30 people sitting out here almost consistently. So, I mean, they're doing some business from here, but they're doing it from the wrong side of this, I feel. So I think going to the other side is going to give us a huge chance to really step up and own this area, which is a lot of fireworks sales.